We're back with another week of our Charicia Homebrew Adventure Path. The players from the last week have had themselves in a bind, literally and figuratively. We have the party split. We have Spruce and Stabbo split with Eric, and you would say, more watched, better secure side of the prison, while we have Bella and Phelan and Augustus still in the more generalized area of the prison. The party has faced a really grueling week of improper eating schedule. They have been keeping food for them. No one has bathed. Guards have come in throughout the night and waken up prisoners. So there has been a little bit of sleep deprivation that's come along with this as well. And that's all because of a failed escape plan by Spruce, Eric, and Stabbo. This week we're going to we'll start off with Augustus. We're going to zoom in. Augustus, throughout the week you've been just randomly clubbed by guards. You've also noticed that there has been an increased number of guards in the prison. A lot of new faces that you have not seen. It is now the Monday, so now you have spent fully a week here in the Broken Bridge. You get up, the gates are still locked and closed, of course, for being in lockdown. You dust yourself off and your feet hit the floor. What do you do?
I suppose I go for my normal routine. Shouldn't it be food time right now?
Well, early this morning they've just been bringing trays in.
Okay.
If they bring a tray in. Some mornings they haven't, and some mornings they have.
I guess I go to the threshold of the cell and look out to see what people are doing.
You notice, you see Private Blackthorn, which now you can kind of note that he's wearing a different kind of color clothing or styled clothing. You've seen him a little bit, but you haven't seen him as usually. Well, you've only, like I said, been here a week, but you haven't seen him on the ground, so to speak. You see him walking and talking to another guardsman, which you do recognize. It's Corporal Silas here. You see them speak a bit, and again, you see some unfamiliar faces. There's a small discussion, and just so it's noted, I'm not sure what your peripherals are, but you can see. You can see Phelan, I believe, as well. This conversation going on. Back him up. So.
Oh, I'm locked in the cell?
Yeah, you're locked in the cell. The parties have been in the cell the entire time this whole week. So you see them discussing something very briefly. At that moment, you see Corporal Silas kind of duck under again and kind of disappear. You see Private Blackthorn. He moves to the center of the room. You see that he has a small whistle in his hand. He starts to blow the whistle and to wake up everyone in the prison cell. So if you were asleep, Bella, if you were asleep, Phelan, everyone's kind of rustled up. Private Blackthorn goes to say, and you can see that how he's scarred on his neck. It's healed, so by some magical healing, you see that he's quite different. Augustus, what was more like a more boyish attitude, very eager to talk to the prisoner. Well, not eager, but willing to talk to the prisoners, eager to do his job. You see what's the word? I'm losing my words here. His demeanor. There we go. His demeanor is a lot more stern now. It's a lot more strict. You even see his haircut is buzzed, more like a crew cut. First, it was very unkempt. Now it just seems like he's more in order. He yells and he hits a spear in the ground and says, "We're ending lockdown. For those who were here from the last week's previous events, do know that the prisoners have paid their dues. But just know that if anyone else even so much as thinks of hatching a plan, I can guarantee you that you will spend your rest of your sentences in the hothouse outside with minimum food, minimum drink, minimal movement. You will be covered in your own filth." He goes and he unlocks every cell one by one and looks at you, Augustus, continues walking, and unlocks every cell and comes back to the middle and says, "If I hear even one peep from now on, we're gonna go back into lockdown. Go get your food trays. Don't forget the drill and a clockwise rotation." And he goes back at the gate and locks it behind him. At this moment, you can start to see as prisoners start to wander out, they grab their food and get to the table, and it smells pretty bad as no one has bathed, of course. Ari looks a little different too. I guess you can start moving out if you want to. Arya starts looking different. Let me see if I can find her. Don't mind the fingers, but hasn't bathed, not washed. It's very unkept, as well for, like I say, most of the inmates here. Augustus, is there anything else you would like to do?
Well, it sounds like he was communicating that if anyone speaks, that stuff's gonna go down. So,
Well, chatter starts to happen. You start to hear
oh,
people
well,
chattering, but very quietly, and they're like, and it's kind of like they speak, they kind of look over their back to make sure not being too loud. It's like if you were ever, when you were a kid, I'm not sure if your school did it, but they had cups on the table, and it would be like green, yellow, red. Red you couldn't talk, yellow you had to be quiet, green you could talk whatever. And everybody's on red cup or yellow cup right now.
all right. Well, I suppose before I get in line for my food, I'll approach Blackthorn. I won't get too close. Mr. Blackthorn,
Mm-hmm.
do you think perhaps later on you might have some time to speak with me?
First of all, it's Jailer Blackthorn. I've been promoted, so you are giving me respect. Second, I'm quite busy today dealing with administrative stuff since my new title. I will get to you when I'm able to.
All right. If you need me to schedule something, I would gladly do so.
I'm sure that you got all the time. I'm pretty sure you can fit me into your schedule, unless you've got other matters you've got to attend to.
Oh, that was not the implication I meant to give. It is that I am more than willing, and I want to badly speak with you when you do have time. So anytime you're open is not an inconvenience for me. And if we do schedule something, I will make sure to be there.
Dismissed.
He gives a nod and stumbles away.
Phelan, you and Bella, you leave your cell for the first time. Bella, what would you do?
Well, having not been stuck in the company of just the four of us for the past week, I will break my previous eating arrangements and try to go over to the other side and get any kind of fresh air, even if it's smelly.
So as you do that, is there anyone that you're particular what table you're going to be sitting at or talking with?
Hmm.
I see that you're in the second table now, so that's why I ask.
Yes. Well, I would try to talk to Augustus. I think that I'll see him go up. So, hey, uh, been a while since we talked, I guess. Is
Yes,
Blackthorn okay?
he seems to have been radicalized from his more caring demeanor into a hard, rough. One of the boys. I'm hoping it's not all gone and there's still some shred of humanity left in him, but it's hard to hard to expect that after the experience he went through.
Jaded as hell, hey? Well, I didn't hear any explosions, so he did pass on my advice previously. Well, I I can't imagine he'll unjade fast.
Well, if our ally comes around, who's also, from what I understood, uh, someone that Blackthorn looks up to, hopefully we can try to rekindle his goodwill.
Um,
I've had a much rougher time I feel than you this past week, but
does Augustus actually look bruised?
he got
Yeah,
the shit
yeah.
beat out of him.
Yeah,
But,
I lucked out with my bunkmates. They're good people.
yes, I don't hold it against you. It's just unfortunate that things were taken out on me. I haven't had too much time to focus on things and put them into proper perspective. I I can now see the desperation that Sir Spruce felt to get out of here. Just the hopelessness.
Well, there's lots of new faces to talk to. Maybe that will cheer you up.
I sincerely doubt it. Just more politics with people probably looking out for themselves and people who deserve to be here looking to take advantage of my goodwill.
Politics, eh? I've never much involved myself in them. You look like you'd like politics, but I guess books and covers.
Well, everything has politics involved in it. Inter prison politics amongst the inmates. The, I wouldn't doubt that there was something more with the guards previously until the riot happened, but I have no doubt that that one gentleman with the shield has some racket going on in here.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, keep your eyes open. I'll keep mine.
Yes, I look forward to keeping my head down until something happens.
Phelan, is there anything that you would like to interject on, or what would you like to do as you leave your cell?
Um, I'm. Who's at this table? Do I recognize anyone here?
Nope, those are some new faces that's moved in to the bunks, and Some old ones too, though. Like a little bit, like two new, or excuse me, one new and then three old.
Okay. So I'm gonna come here and just say, "Hi, how is everything going?"
He looks at you and eats. Is eating the sludge or porridge, whatever you call it, and he says about as good as anything can go in this dump.
How long have you been here? Is this one of the new ones or
This is
one of the?
an older one.
Okay.
I've lost count. I was only supposed to be in here for, I thought, a small petty crime, but I guess the court just saw fit otherwise.
Did you ever see the court or?
I had my fair share. I had my court date, but unfortunately I didn't have the best representation.
Okay, that's too bad.
And he continues to eat his porridge.
Okay. Do I note anything unusual about any of these four people or anything of note?
Sure. Make a diplomacy check. Excuse me, diplomacy check. Make a perception check. Excuse me. Unfortunately, no. Your eyes are matted shut from just woken up and from the dirt and grime of the previous week. Your hair is in just looks like a horse's mane, very unkempt, and you're not able to see anything.
Okay, I guess I will eat.
Okay, so this is the part I'm going to split. I hope that no one gets too bogged down. I won't make it too long in there, but I'm going to role play with them so that I can keep a little bit of what they have going on secret. I will be back. Okay, Spruce, Stabbo, you wake up chained to the bed. Over the previous week, you have been beaten by Sergeant Maldrum. Eric too, but y'all have stayed strong. He had just finished his beatings as you hear a thwack as Bruce is being beaten. And he has bits of garment in his mouth. And Sergeant Maldrum says, "That goes to show you try to hurt one of us." And you see a delightful glee in his eyes, like he almost enjoys it. He comes in to you, Stabbo, as you are put on the bed and beats you again, and beats Eric. He pretty much beats you guys until he's tired. You hear him huff, because he's giving out a breath. He puts the device down and closes the door. I will give it over to you, Spruce.
Spruce is going to probably just be pretty quiet and thinking some very choice things right now. Probably about how he's going to break that guy's legs if he ever is gifted that opportunity.
What about you, Stabbo?
I'm going to be making some escape artist checks
Okay.
to get out of these bindings.
Make an escape artist check.
Yeah. Who's always next time?
Eric. Eric kind of looks over and he says out loud, he says, "I've about had enough of this last week. I knew the last plan was a little bit of juvenile, but I thought I saw the opportunity to help you guys escape." He says, "It's been a long week. and I've been here silent for the most part. But what did you do to get in here? To cause all this?
During the destruction of the bridge, we ran away along with the rest of the crowd. We came upon the corpse of I think it was a halfling. We came across the corpse of a halfling man on the streets. Practically tripped over him while we were running from the bridge. Someone had killed him, and he appeared to be someone important. We were set upon by some Aramak men with wings and wearing cloaks. We defeated one of them and the others escaped, at which point the guards showed up. I don't know if they're blaming us for the bridge, or if they're blaming us for the murder, or anything else. They never questioned us about it. They simply locked us away, and apparently they have decided that we are the problem, that we are the terrorists who blew up the bridge. And it was then that I decided that there's no point in trying to play by their rules. If I'm considered a terrorist, I will die in this prison. So I might as well put my all into escaping.
I must confess, I am innocent, and I should not be here. I have some connections on the outside who can aid us in our fight against this unjust imprisonment. However, the communication within these walls is heavily monitored, and any attempts to pass a message or reveal our plans could bring dire consequences to us. Eric takes a moment to assess the surroundings, to ensure that the conversation remains private. He looks to the door, he looks back, as much as he can to Stabo. He looks up to you, Bruce, as he takes his chin and kind of tucks it, but even you guys' heads are strapped to the beds. You're surrounded, and for those who can, in your own feces and excrement over the past week. And what little food you have is dried up on your faces. What they've force-fed you, what they would consider a proper meal, is whatever pigs would not even eat. As he takes a moment and recollects himself, he says, "We need a subtle and discreet way to relay the information to my contact without raising suspicion." From the warden's watchful eyes. "We must first find a method that allows us to convey our intentions without attracting unwanted attention."
Well, if you have any ideas, I'm certainly open to them, but unless we're allowed with the general populace, it's just going to be a matter of patience until I can slip these manacles.
Well, Spruce was beaten unconscious, and I'm not sure whatever you were doing, but your eyes had went down in a light dimmer. But I did hear Sergeant Maldrum talk to Corporal Silas and say that they're going to let us back in general population for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I heard that 2 nights ago. Well, I believe it was 2 nights. Hell, the days and nights kind of combined here. Thankfully, I've actually been able to stay conscious from the beatings here. And he lets on the other
If they
side.
do, if we do get back over there, then we're going to have to choose our friends more carefully. No one else chose to take us up on our opportunity, and I think it shows weakness. One of them abandoned us partway through, and that shows cowardice or just a penchant for treachery, and I have no patience for that. We're going to need tools, and preferably weapons. And this time we're going to have to be much less friendly about how we handle things, I would say.
He says we do need to get better contacts here within the prison. I have a couple. Like I said, I've been here for quite some time. At least since the wardens got here, or since he was made warden. So I kind of know a little bit of the ins and outs of this place. And with that, we'll go back over to the next group. The air is filled with
I did have one last thing I was going to ask him.
what?
He's
What'd you say?
So
Sorry.
I can hear your conversation.
You said you can hear our conversations?
I
Well,
could.
You came back down here.
Oh, you're fine. Oh, you're worried. No worries. What was you gonna ask, Cody?
I was going to ask him. He's the one that was making the statues, right?
Yes.
Is he able to turn any of those statues into anything useful for us in our current situation?
That's something he can think and kind of consider. Sure. He could think of, yeah.
Yeah.
He could see if he could.
Tools or even a shank would be nice. Instead
Okay.
of trying to punch people.
Okay. At that moment, the okay. Let's see if I can have it right here. Here we go. At that moment, it is early morning, and the screeching of a cell door opens up. As Sergeant Maldrum and Corporal Silas walk out with bounded, Stabbo, Spruce, and Eric. And you see Eric is worse than Augustus. Eyes are just bruises on bruises on bruises. You barely can recognize Eric. You see marks all over his body. You see where Stabbo has been beaten, the small dents in his body, even parts where it seems to be rusted from the wear and tear. Spruce, you see how there's portions of his body that are just bad with discoloration. Corporal Silas looks and says to the ground, "This is what happens to those who try to harm your protectors. We are not guards here to instill misery and pain into your lives. We are here to protect you from yourselves because you have otherwise deemed it so. We do not wish to keep you here in a cage like a rat, like a feral beast, but it is each and every one of you who has made the decision to go against the order of society. I ask that you eat, sleep, and go about your sentence in peace and harmony. Or the luck that befound these three might find you. But remember, everyone's luck must run out." And you see Gerald Blackthorn now kind of just giving Stabbo the eye. And as Stabbo walks, you see Gerald Blackthorn not even try to hide it, put his spear out to trip Stabbo, kind of making him stumble. Not General, Jailer. Jailer Blackthorn. Sorry, I have an accent. Or I might have said General. My bad. Jailer. I'm switching names.
I was like, holy shit! Fuck
He
it.
he
Let's
has
go.
he has been no, he has been upgraded. Okay. What does 3, now that you're in Gen Pop, what would you like to do?
Um, Spruce is going to find a corner, sit there, and is Silas still in the room?
Silas has walked out, but if you're doing that, yeah, I can have. If you just want to say something to Silas or whatnot, he is there.
No, I was just going to stare at him.
Okay.
Give him the eye. The I'm going to break your legs one day eye.
Okay. And the gate closes behind you. Stabbo, what would you like to do?
Well, Eric knows what I need. I'll just go take a seat in my cell, and I just will say to no one in particular. It looks like the facade of the friendly jailer has finally slipped off Mr. Blackthorn. It's a good lesson for him that the world is not so nice and peaceful for those he locks away in here.
Where are you saying that at? Are you saying that by Blackthorn, or are you saying that?
I'm just saying it as I walk towards my cell.
Okay.
No one in particular.
Augustus, what would you like to do now that we have the three musketeers, the three crusaders back in general population?
I think Augustus is internally thinking Blackthorn is a all lost cause after his little action to bully Lamphead. So kind of lost on that. I suppose he's just biding this time for some. He's not going to be proactive. He's going to be reactive right now, and unless he can think of something.
Okay. Bella, after seeing this, what would you and Phelan like to do? I'll have Bella go first and then Phelan after.
With them being released?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have anything. No real reason to interact with them. At least not immediately after they've been released.
Phelan, we'd like to do one more thing before we continue the day's events.
I don't really have anything.
Okay. Okay. I don't know where my... The next couple of moments, people finish their food and they put everything up. Corporal Silas comes back and he summons Bella and Phelan there.
Oh, all right.
And he ushers Jailer Blackthorn away. He looks to Bella and Phelan and he says, "It's been a week since the prison has gotten clean. Well, clean properly." He says, "But first, I think it would be fitting to make sure you and the other girls of the here at the jail clean up. So you and the other girls can go to the bathhouse or wash area and clean up and then meet me back here and we're going to start doing shower times. Normally we make women and men do shower times different days, but we're going to have the women go first, and after they're finished, the men are going to go be able to shower because it smells horrible in this jail from the lockdown. I've also brought you new clothes." He hands you a bag with new clothes. Now, they're nothing special. They're still the same prison clothes that you have. The brown kind of sack-like clothing and the slippers, nothing fancy. And he says, "Just make sure that when you're finished, put all your old stuff in here, and we will discard it for you." I will make sure that a guard stands by the door to make sure that there is no sinister behavior for the other inmates.
All right. Bella is quite thankful for the chance to get clean and change clothes. She is used to smells, but not this kind of smell.
He says to make sure that you do quickly because we do have some other things in the prison that need to be cleaned as well. Okay, what will you like to do now with that information as Corporal Silas stays here?
Just follow along.
Well, General Blackthorn stands here and he does get it opens it up, and Corporal Silas says to the other ladies and has the other ladies gather up for their baths. Okay,
That's
so
to the left here.
yep.
Okay, where's the door? There it is. Sorry. Is the door like left?
Bam. Should be open. Oh
Oh, I
man.
can't get through that.
I see. Here we go. Me and Burke are playing door against each other because he's a DM too. Here, Phelan. Yep. And he likes that one. Likes this one. Okay.
All right. Is Rayla here? I believe.
Yes, Rayla is here. I have moved you down.
Well, I guess no other way to say it. Can I get a good look at her?
Yeah, you get a look at Rayla.
All right. Who is she? I don't think I've actually done an inspection of her outside of her name being mentioned.
You haven't. Rayla is an elf. She retains an air of mystery, possesses a very haunting beauty. You know that she is charged with a crime, but she refuses to speak about it. She has been nicknamed Rayla the Silent.
And I also have heard that she's an arms dealer, or the closest thing. Well, not an arms dealer, but like something. She's who you go to.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I got Rayla's voice here. So if you want to roleplay a Rayla, if you can't understand me, you just let me know. I'll do the best I can. Okay. What do you want to say to Rayla as she is washing? With Arya. And Arya is getting clean now. So I am going to go back to Arya's original token. Okay. Go, Bella.
Hey, you're Rayla, right?
She shakes her head. Or nods her head.
Right. You been doing all right? I've been with Arya for the past week or so. You seem to be you've been in the other woman bunk, right?
She shakes her head again.
Sorry, did she nod the first time or did she shake her head the first time?
Excuse me. She nodded. There we go. I'm tired. I got COVID, so I'm sorry. My brain's going reverse. She nods her head the time, and she nodded the second time. There we go. Now I'm back on track. She nodded.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm still new here. I guess I'll keep that title for until I've been here for like a year, I guess. I don't know. Not a talkative sort, I suppose.
She does speak up. She says,
I only talk when I need to.
That's fair enough. I'd have gone a lot less trouble in my childhood if I knew that.
she's sitting there slathering her way, putting the soap up and stuff like that. Um, you see her, kind of being quickly. The door's completely shut here, giving you privacy, as all the ladies here in the jail are cleaning up as hurriedly as they can.
Yeah, and I'm cleaning up as well.
Hmm.
Well, oh man, I miss my stuff. I had used to have these attachments on my wings. It's such a shame that they're gone. I don't like my wings being bare like this. Makes me feel naked.
You are naked.
Well, yes, but even when I have clothes. I mean, I don't mind that. Just grab some soap with my tail. I don't mind that as much.
Um, Out of character, as everyone's doing this, Phelan, is there anything you would like to do? This is a new room that you haven't been to before.
Just look around.
Um, how good of a look do you want to give the room?
Can I take 10?
You can take it. You can roll whatever you think would be more beneficial to you.
Maybe I'll roll.
Mm.
Okay.
You don't see anything but the steam bubbling up in the room. Bella, would you like to make a perception check as well, as you surveyed your rooms?
Yes, I will. I could also do an engineering on the room design.
Yeah, sure, do it. You don't see it, but for the engineering that you make, you walk over here and you notice that there is like the latrine here, the sewer system. You do know that there's a sewer system here in the city, and actually like a proper sewer system. Um, can give you way more details about that with history checks if you have those checks. But with the 27th you got, you do note that how the layout is, that how this was designed, it seems like this jail is very old, like incredibly old, and that the original plumbing, as you could so to say, or the ductwork, wasn't done when this jail was done. It was done secondary to the fact.
Maybe it wasn't made for a jail.
So therefore, yes, so it was not made for a jail. As you continue to look, you do note that as you can see down, that you do have dark vision. As you go down into the toilet, we'll say the toilet, we'll use layman's terms, it does kind of go down. It's like a 30-foot drop, or 20 to 30-foot drop, and then it shunts down. And what's weird is that as you hear the trickling of the water hit it, you hear that the water is hitting something below you in the sewer system. Unfortunately, though, if you wanted to investigate and take a better look, you would have to remove the stonework from the toilet, which you personally are too weak to do.
Hmm. Out of curiosity, the grate or whatever the drainage is, would I be able to fit my tail through?
Um, you think that you could fit way more than your tail through.
I may as well go, like, we have a measurement for how big this thing is? I assume an actual person won't normally be able to fit down, but I don't know.
No, not an actual, not like a small, like a halfling or a small child might be able to.
Hmm. And none of us are halflings.
But the thing about it
Alright.
is that if you were to get down there, you would not have a way of coming back up unless you had a rope or something.
And a rope would probably be safest anyways. For a 20-foot drop.
That's what you see from right now, but then it kind of disappears, so you don't know if it's like a chute. And then it could be like, say, a drop, a lateral movement with a slanted movement, and then another drop. You don't know.
Okay. Well, I at least pick up that I could probably hide stuff using this. But 20-foot drop. It's more as a possible escape path than a good place to store things. But are we searched before or after the baths?
Nope, you were not searched before, and
Okay,
I
and I
did,
guess we'll,
and I had not realized if you wanted to finish.
So I did note that the water is hot here. Where does it come from?
It comes from the pipes, but you see there's a spot for coal. We'll say coal, but for firewood there, and you see that Corporal Silas walked in here before and it's lit it, and there is little like vents in the ceiling for the smoke to go. So he was kind enough to give you hot water.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like a running shower, if that makes sense.
Are these tubs of water?
Yes, tubs of water. And then here on this wall where Bella's at and where Arya the Hopeful's at is the what she saw down into it. But it's covered up by that like a stone protection. Kind of like a bench. Imagine if a bench was kind of cement, like those park benches that are cemented. Imagine like it was whole blocked, and then you could like I don't know. The best way for me to describe it is imagine if it was a porta potty or like the porta potty seat, but it was all cement and stone.
oh, so wait, is there actually a furnace with coal like in front of us?
It would wood. Let's say wood.
A wood burner?
Yeah, and he's like just letting you put tubs of water on there and bathe and heat them up. And he was nice enough to put a couple on there just to go and have them warmed up for you.
Okay, now that's a place to hide stuff. I'm a tiefling. I have fire resistance. I'm gonna put her around the fire to see if it's too hot for me or not.
I mean it's smoldered. I mean there's flames there.
All right. Well, that's just good for me.
Anything else you want to do before we leave and get out of the?
The tubs are removable?
Yeah,
And
they're like buckets. Yeah.
okay.
No, I'll have to think on something that we can use here, but I don't have anything right now.
And the tubs on the ground are removable as well, and they're just so heavy. The tub, there is like a hole in the tub for the drainage system, but the tubs are just so heavy you can't move them because the tubs are pretty much like stone.
So is there something in between the tub and the fire? Or the hot wood?
So think of this. There's a stone tub. This is what we're gonna call it. This stone tub, and you sit in that to take like your bath. And when you pour the water on you, it drains like a regular tub does. If you can kind of picture that. And then there's a fire there's a fireplace here. Like a little like a old school like broad. I don't really know how to describe it, but a place for you to put wood, and then on top of that, you can put buckets of water on there to warm up. Does that give you a better definition of what's going on?
Yeah.
Same with you, get Bella.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many buckets are there?
There are 2 buckets between the 5 of you growls.
Sorry, I'm like, how much science can I use here? Oh man. No,
How much
I
what?
have an idea, but maybe I shouldn't do it immediately. I can explain what my idea is, though.
Is it going to? You know what? I think you should save it to when you need it.
All right.
Yeah, because I don't want to. I don't have to be planning for stuff. I want to, save it for when you need it.
All right.
You start to see the girls come off and start to put on their new clothes. You see them start to leave. Is there anything you want to say as Mauricio is still drying off?
Now, which was the one who they gave stuff to? Was that Mercio?
What do you mean they gave stuff
She's
to?
the halfling.
Okay, is Mercio a halfling?
Yes. Okay, so there's Marisol, and then there's Rayla, who is the elf. Mauricio and Rayla are there, but they're about to walk out. Arya has walked out. Is there anything you'd like to say to either of them?
I kind of want to say something, but I can't think of anything to say, so.
Okay. Bella, what about you?
No, I mean, we can just talk to them whenever, so I'm not too concerned about saying stuff to them now.
Okay. Well, as that time, we'll go back up.
Oh, taking a shit in toilets is clearly a lawful act.
At that time, the girls could be seen leaving. Comment the shower areas. Corporal Silas walks over to the girls' area as Bella and Phelan is waiting for Bella and Phelan. I'm gonna see if I can give him a voice. You let me know if this is good or not. If you guys can hear me. Let's see. Here we go. I think this voice is perfect for him. She says,
So, did you girls enjoy your bath?
Oh yeah.
Do you have those dirty clothes? We can't have those getting lost.
Okay, I assume we just turn those in.
Yep, you can just put those in this stack here.
All right. Put away the dirty clothes. So they collect the dirty clothes at the end.
We don't want anyone to use them to suffocate or choke the other inmates here. Not the 2 girls that do that. Alright. Put in the inmates. Get your shine when you can get your showers.
and he walks and closes the door. With Jodor Blackthorn doing the same. I guess that's what we'd like to do.
So I haven't had a chance to bathe yet.
Nope.
All right, I'm going to bathe and get shanked in the bathroom, I guess.
Do all the guys go in at the same time?
No, they just take their turns. I'm pretty sure they fight in there, and then if they fight, they get in there. The guards just kind of say some shit to them like "quit fighting in there" or "you're getting no baths," and they all wait their turns. So it's like four guys per. And you see Eric get up. Where's Eric at? He says,
Standby.
Hmm.
He says, you asked about my carvings.
That's right.
What about them?
Well, we need weapons and tools. You're good at carving things. Seems like you might be able to make us at least some degree of what we need.
Ew. I would be surprised. Like a wood. I get together small bits of wood debris and rocks from the yard, and hide them from the pits, and the carvings would be very nice. I took while on cooking duty one evening.
Well, if I see anything, I'll be certain to grab it for you, but for the time being, you have statues, don't you? They're made out of wood. Why can't we use those?
But they're small, bear-sized statues.
Well, how big do you think a lockpick is?
True. We could put some of those in like a sack, and we could make it act as a sap.
Well, and we don't need anything terribly fancy. Make one into something I can use as a lockpick, and make one sharp and pointy. It doesn't have to be terribly effective. As long as I put it in the right place, it'll still do what it needs to do.
Just know that I do that it might be extremely improvised. It could break after you used it. And if it's a failed use, I would also tell you, remember, if you can get me connections on the outside, I might get hit my contacts.
Well, you're gonna have to. I'll keep my ears open, but you may have to talk to the others about that. My skills are best placed in unlocking doors and stabbing gentlemen. That tends to be my area of expertise. So give me the tools for that, and I'll keep an eye out for anything else.
Eric goes to take his shower as well. Augustus, would you like to do anything while you're in the shower?
Shower.
Okay. Spruce.
Is anyone picking a fight with me in the shower?
No.
Spruce is just there mumbling, eyes down, licking his wounds, waiting for his opportunity to strike, or for some poor idiot that tries to mess with him.
Let me look at my stats. Maybe there's something I want to do in here.
Okay, Spruce. Give me one moment, guys. Spruce, as you look down, make a perception check.
Ooh, boy. 1 second, I have to pull up the character sheet. Rolled in 8.
I got you. Let me get Rapinuli here. Rapinuli, since you're in here showering as well, is there anything that you would like to do in particular?
Yeah, I would like to figure out the plumbing, and I want to also look around here. Pretty much, I want to see if there's a method for me to cause a pipe to burst or something, a distraction. I'm not going to do anything right now,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm looking for
Make a perception
information.
check. Make an engineering check. Engineering. Engineering doesn't tell you much. Perception, unfortunately. The perception check, you see there's a tub there. The tub's made of cement. Well, it's not cement, but stone. It's been like made for stone. There's enough room for like 1 or 2 people to get in the tub. There is a spot to where you can heat up water. There still is a little bit of water there that's warm, but some of the girls, it was of course hot. Corporal Salas went there and took the wood out, so there's tepid water there. You take the water from the pots that you heat up, you then pour it on you in the tub, and then it drains. Then you do see the toilets over there across from you, the south of the room. You see that's on the cement block too. Imagine that you're in a cement brick, like a porta potty, a cement porta potty. Or there's a bottom, you know how you crap in the porta potty, of course, and there's like the bottom there or whatever. Say that's gonna be like a bench, like a park bench, and there's just holes in there, and then that's where you use a restroom at, in the holes, and from there it goes into the sewer system, but it's like completely stone.
So, with the wood, are these like small pieces of wood? Or are they like you're going to throw them in a fireplace as someone chopped wood up?
Small pieces of wood. It barely gets the water tepid, but are like warm. But you did see that Corporate Silas brought in a little bit in there, and you see like there's reminiscences of oil, where he used oil or something to kind of make the flames burn. You see the top of it kind of been leaked a couple of times with a huge fire, and the hearth there, you definitely feel that was warm for the girls.
Is there
Or
soap and
hot.
stuff in here?
Yeah, there is little bits and pieces that the girls left behind.
Oh, only the girls had soap.
You have it too. I mean, there's like herbs and stuff like that they gave you.
So, is there like soap stuff that would be slippery if I
Yeah.
were to?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
slippery in there.
And what is the etiquette? Like, what's the expectation? Am I allowed to take the soap out with me, or is that something I'm going to get confiscated?
It's etiquette. Make a local check. It's etiquette in the prison that everyone usually has their own soap, but since lockdown, everyone is nil, which no one has anything. So you did see the girls leave soap. You saw there was one guy who showered before you. He left the soap there as well.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, the girls left the soap. You saw one guy go in there. He took a quick shower and he left the soap.
And the soap was there originally.
Yes, there is soap that is there.
Okay, so no one brought soap in.
No.
All right, that's it.
Okay, is there anything y'all like to do?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna just bide my time.
Okay. Okay. Everyone is all squeaky clean, much as they can be, and showers are done. Lunch is served. I'll start with Stabbo. Lunch is being served, Stabbo. What would you like to do?
Do they actually hand me lunch?
No, it's there and you can pick up a tray.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go get me a tray and some utensils.
You do notice that there are no utensils.
Oh, what are they feeding us?
They are feeding you like, it seems to be just potatoes. Potatoes and little bits of meat.
Okay. Do I ever actually see them counting the trays?
The trays? You just bring the trays back. You just usually bring the trays back. And it's just, you've been giving yours to Eric. Eric's been bringing both 2 trays back.
Okay. Well, I'll continue giving mine to Eric. He needs his strength. And I'll keep biding my time.
Okay. I'll start off with Bella and Phelan. Bella, what would you like to do after eating lunch?
Alright, I want to talk to someone who looks big and strong. Where's a table with someone big and strong?
There's a couple. There's an orc here. I'll show
I
you.
didn't see where you...
Sorry. There is orc here. There is this guy. And then there's, of course, Eric the Wise. They're actually all at the table.
Kinda does. Yes. um, sorry, I'm just thinking of what conversation I want to actually ask them about.
I can defer to someone else if you need me to.
Yes, please do. I need to think on this.
Phelan, what would you like to do?
Do I recognize anyone at this table?
You recognize the Verticans? You do recognize them? The one that was drugged with the weird howling noise. The other two. That's who you recognize.
Okay. I ask the one with the howling noise, I ask him, let's see, I'm not good with names.
His name is Fenrir.
Okay, so I ask Fenrir if he's okay, or how he's doing in being imprisoned this long.
Fenrir says, haven't been here quite as long as the others, but being beaten once a month, you kind of get used to it. After the second or third beating, it kind of becomes like a rhythm. You learn you learn to breathe when they hit you. You learn to breathe, exhale when they hit you. You learn to hold. When they hit you, you breathe in. When they hit you, you breathe out. It's a lot. It's a lot about breathing control.
Okay. I ask him, why do they go after you every month if you don't mind talking about it? Because I know there are other Verdantkin in here, but I haven't seen anything happen to them.
He tells you with my bloodline of Vertican, it's more of a heritage thing.
Okay.
I'm a little stronger at different times than normal Verticans are.
Okay.
Would there be anything else or any other person you'd like to talk with at the table?
Well, who's this one next to me?
That is Grimgore, I believe is what I gave his name. He is the boar-looking Vertican.
Okay. So I ask him how long he's been in here.
He tells you 9 months.
And does he ever expect to get out, or?
Well, I hope I get out. I'm in here for punching my foreman down by Core Shore slums. It was a simple fist fight. Well, really, he cut my hours because, of course, I'm a Vertican and we get mistreated down there, and I was tired of my kind getting mistreated. I stood up. He said some pretty. I'm not going to tell you what he said, but he said some words that my kind take very offense to, and I kind of lost my temper and I punched him. Next thing I know, I'm being brought here. I don't know how the jurisdiction from Core Shore got me caught up here in Crossbridge, but you have to be very careful in which district you go to. Not all districts' laws are the same, and not all laws are enforced. If I'd have stayed my butt in Core Shore slums, I would have been perfectly fine. But I was coming across bridge, and somehow they caught wind of what I had done in Core Shore, and my boss is actually from Crossbridge, so I guess everything else you could kind of fill in the blanks.
Okay. What's the best? Is Coral Shore Slums the best district to hang out in if you are trying to escape the law?
Yeah, nobody's gonna go to Core Shore slums. That place is controlled by the gangs, but I don't say if you're trying to escape the law, sure, that's where you want to be. Nobody's gonna come looking for you there, and if they do, there's a good reason why they're looking for you. I would much rather look for the reason why they're looking for you than what the reason is, if that makes any sense.
Okay. What other places are good to hang out?
If you're escaping the law, I don't know. I don't. This is my first run-in. Well, that would be a lie. I've had many run-ins with the law, but never been here in this first time in a long stay in jail, a long stint in jail.
Okay. I say, well, good luck, and I and I want to get out. I hope I get out someday too, and I continue eating.
Okay. I know Spruce is sprucing. Bella, did you come up with what you wanted to do?
Yeah, sure. I'll go sit with them. Sit over here. See what things are up. Oh, hello. I don't believe we've ever really met. I'm usually on the other side of the cafeteria. You all look really strong. I got that right?
Spruce stares at him, and he probably looks absolutely terrifying. Because even though he is recently bathed, he is bruised. And his face is probably swollen and misshapen, and he just looks at you.
Are you sitting at the table too, Spruce?
Yeah, I imagine I'm going to be sitting across or next to Augustus at this point.
Oh well, Bella went to the table on the far end. Where would you like to go at? Did you hear? Are you hearing what Bella's saying? Is that what you're saying?
Um, Maybe. Right now, like Spruce would probably position himself like
Oh, okay, so you could hear. You could hear then.
yeah, well, like in some kind of like corner where like he's not as directly vulnerable to people. He's kind of in defensive shell right now.
Okay, I got you. So you hear what Bella says. Um, do you want to make a reply to that, even though you're not necessarily at the table, but you are within earshot of Bella's comment? Are
No,
you
he's gonna be pretty quiet right now.
okay? So upon hearing that, you ask what's wrong. Bella, you see Eric say, "Did you not see what happened on our failed riot escape? I held off 3 guards. I would think that I was strong."
That's fair. That doesn't tell me much about, I guess, lifting strength. What's a good example? I'm not great at this kind of thing. Those stone things in the bathrooms. Like, are you so strong that you can move those?
I possibly might could. And you see one kind of guy speak up and he says, "Do I have a..." I'm going to see if this voice works. If it sucks, let me know, but I'm going to talk slow. The half-orc speaks up. He says, "My name is... I'm Torn. Torn Blacktusk." Is that voice okay?
I can somewhat understand it.
Can you understand that,
Yeah, I have
Bella? Or no?
trouble understanding it.
Bella, can you understand Torn Blacktusk or no?
Sorry, I got distracted. I wasn't actually.
Well, I said Torn Blacktusk. And he says, well, in my past life, I was a blacksmith, and I would have to lift heavy stones and heavy objects and materials, and making weapons and armor, but primarily weapons. He says you're talking about that huge stone slab in the bathroom, I take it, or in the showering rooms, the bathing rooms. What do you say? In the bathing rooms?
Yeah, it seems like a good heavy thing to compare.
He says with adequate sleep and adequate food, then maybe I think I'd be able to maybe not lift it, but maybe push it or drag it. Why? It's connected to the wall, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Can you confirm which one this is? Is this the guy in plain clothes or the guy who looks like a Street Fighter character?
The guy here, the one I'm gonna move in front of you.
Eric? Oh, Eric's the plainclothes guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Torin is the one that spoke to you because you're at the table. He overhears you.
Okay. This is a good lead. Yeah, that was just an idle curiosity. I was just thinking about something. A blacksmith, eh? I used to deal with a lot of blacksmiths. My father worked at the forge.
I'm not at that level. I normally make this simple weapons for armor, for guards, and for nothing forge level. I just enough for horseshoes, things like that. A simple
Hey, man,
dagger or
everyone needs
two.
nails. I used to make boats.
No, nothing.
You can't
Nothing
hear
like that.
blacksmiths, or they will bite you.
It's just the business stayed pretty heavy. I mean, it's pretty constant in the city this size.
All right. If she was a little closer to him, I'd say something more. But I'll just do idle chatter.
Would you? I mean, I can move him up. I mean, you can.
Just we have someone between us.
Well, he can.
So
Are you
I'll probably talk to this guy a little more in the future, but
okay?
for now, I'm
Perfect.
just idle chatter.
Perfect. Give me one moment. I'm gonna change my mic. Give me a second. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Sure.
Okay, so this other one, he pronounces his name. He says his name is Jarek. He says in the past, before in here, I was, I guess you could say, a hired hand, doing odd jobs in the city, mostly bouncers for clubs or guards for noblemen that would come into the Crossbridge region or the Crossbridge district or the Low Water, or just if they just didn't feel safe. That's normally what I did.
Not quite a fixer, though.
Depends if someone's nose needs to be refixed.
Fair enough.
I'd like to talk to Spruce. Okay. At that moment, Spruce and Augustus. Augustus, what would you like to say to Spruce?
It's good to see you again. I thought the worst would have happened to you. While you were gone, I took quite the brutal beating, but it seems you had a much worse time of it. I need to inform you that we spoke with the guard that brought us in here originally, Dolam. He informed us that he has been put aside, made so he couldn't perform his duties. Progression on the investigation was put on hold due to this. And it seems very apparent that there is a conspiracy to pin the attack on the bridge on all of us. A lot of this doesn't make any sense. There seems to be no logical rhyme or reason for any of this. If this actually went to court, it would be instantly dismissed, in my opinion, just at the lack of evidence. But someone wants to make it so we're pinned with this. I don't know why they haven't just killed us already if they wanted to keep this, buried as us being the perpetrators, but for some reason we're still here. Have you spoken with the others that you were locked up with?
Spruce, he eats slowly, allows an uncomfortable silence to form. Um, and the whole time he's eating, like he's chewing with his mouth open, and it's probably pretty disconcerting to watch, especially if you yourself are not eating. And stares and says, "Nope, just beatings," and keeps eating.
Oh, I was hoping that you built somewhat of a rapport with that lamp-headed fellow and Eric the Wise. Well,
Um, nope, just lots of thinking time.
I don't know how to go about it, but it seems that our main priority needs to be to sustain our lives, and I don't know if it's going to be a matter of proving our innocence or just living on the run, but it looks like no justice is going to happen, especially after what we've experienced post-riot.
Um, yeah, and it's at this point like Spruce like leans in, like almost uncomfortably close to Augustus. And he says, "Yeah, man, I need to get out of here." And he starts getting like a bit twitchy. It's like, "Listen, like I, I'm not gonna make it in here, man. Like if you have a plan, I'm in."
Yes, well, I don't know if your anxiety was manufactured before as a distraction, or if it was actually you having a panic attack, but if it's emanating once again, I need you to focus on not having that overwhelm you. For us to actually get out of here, we're going to need cooperation and patience. Um, it's going to take time, and I know if the axe goes down on you or anything, I'll have to break my patience and act rash. I can't afford to lose any allies with how things are. But please don't take advantage of that. Do something.
Yeah, and Spruce goes back to eating with the occasional twitch and death stare at, at any guard that looks at him for more than 3 seconds.
I suppose Augustus lets him eat in peace while he waits to absorb information. Something that could be useful, but biding his time.
Okay, so Bella is limited. Stabber, what would you like to do?
Well, as long as the guards are watching me, I'm kind of limited in what I can do. Uh, so for the time being, I'm mostly just biding my time. I'm mostly just biding my time and waiting for Eric to give me what I need.
Okay, so the day's events. Well, Stabo's doing that. Spruce is doing that. Bella and Phelan. So Bella's doing that. She's limited voice chat. Okay. So the day goes on still, and Blackthorn, you see Corporal Silas come up, and he says, he just comes up to the gate, doesn't say anything. He looks and surveys around the general population room, and he calls out, and he says, Augustus.
Justice will go talk to him.
Just come here for a moment.
How close would you like me?
Now that you're clean, you can walk in here.
All right. He looks around. He's gonna do a sense motive to see if he's not gonna walk into the death chamber. I gotta open up my sheet again. The kill box. There we go. Do I feel the kill box is gonna happen?
You feel safe.
All right. He looks to the others. I'm being requested to go on through. Hopefully I'll see you all soon. And he goes through the first threshold. Does he want me to keep going?
Yeah, he's just coming. Yeah, hurry up. He opens the door, and you can hear for the first time actually, you see Sergeant Morgan there by the you see, is that what Lamphead says?
No, it's just what I imagined. It's just what I imagined happening because he was so apprehensive.
Give me a second. So he comes and the gates are closed behind. Sorry, let me look for something real quick. Hopefully this works. Let me see. Okay. So he walks in, he opens the gate here, and he tells you. He opens the door, and he's like, where is my... Here we go. And for the first time, I guess, it's in the last week, you can hear sounds of the busy streets. And Corporal Silas, he lets out a deep sigh. He breathes in too.
This is Augustus. Augustus.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it marvelous as these here? The city. And a song of people walking, sort of laughing. People exchanging coins, borrowing for just bare necessities to get them through the day. Having to just wake up and do it all again the next morning. Hagglers trying to get the better deal. just to save a cent. That, if we're going to be honest, what do you think that's it? They say it goes. I guess that's.
What was the last part he said?
He says, where do you think the money saved goes?
The what goes?
The money goes.
Sorry, I get overzealous with the voice changer. He says, so, the hagglers, where do you think the little bit of money they save haggling, where do you think it goes?
Well, it all depends. Hagglers don't necessarily mean that they're destitute or anything like that. People do want to bargain. So I suppose it goes to maybe on the things in life that are pleasurable. Maybe some things that aren't necessities, some luxury items. Maybe trip to the bar. Maybe get their shoes repaired.
And see, it's that positive, I guess. Just, here I was thinking that all the way to the bottom of the ale cup.
Bottom of the what cup?
An ale cup.
The L cup, he says.
An ale like an ale.
Oh,
a
ale
beer
cup.
mug,
Yeah.
a beer mug. How about beer mug? Beer mug.
Well, I like to have more faith in people. We all have our struggles, and I don't blame someone occasionally going and drowning their sorrows, but socializing with others with a nice mug of ale, that sounds like a good time. Spend it with friends.
Oh. I guess just a quick test for you. You might prove quite useful here. At this facility, at the Broken Bridge. I'm not sure how long you're going to be here, but I would best think that as long as you're going to be here, you should make it your own, correct?
I don't know about that. I do believe this process should be very speedy and justice should be handed out appropriately. I do feel like my stay here has been overextended, but it seems that circumstances for however they came to be, I am here, and it seems I'm going to be here for quite a while. I do want to use my time on this earth to do good.
Good. I'm glad. I am glad that our minds, or at least going in this matter. I guess that's what is 4 plus 4.
4 plus 4. You want me to do some arithmetic? That is 8.
Well, what about 4 times 4?
4 times 4 is. Oh wait, 16.
16. What about 23 plus 7?
That's 30.
Ooh. Well, I guess it seems like you can do basic math.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you've noticed, but some of the guards here are the newer recruits. A bunch of vandals that attacked now until Blackthorn scared away some other guards, so we had to pull some less than qualified individuals off the streets here. With that being said, the one who left was the one who helped balance the inventory here at the jail. Now, we could, of course, pay someone to do it, or I can make sure
And as he says, make sure, he takes his stick and kind of turns it, his spear, he turns it on the handle side, and he points it to one of the bruises on your arms.
Things like this don't happen again. Would you think that's a fair trade, Augustus?
Well, to be frank with you, I do not care for the threats. The treatment here has been less than stellar. I would be happy to help out if it would help out the guards not have to blow off steam harming other people. If you do need help with books, with reading documents, writing, things of that nature, I would be happy to do so. I am self-taught. I was gravely injured as a child and incapacitated. I was thought to be a cripple, quadriplegic, and through the light of Sarenrae, I was able to recover. Praise the sun. I hoped the innocent people in here and the people that are going to respectfully do their time in this prison will turn a new leaf or have a brighter future ahead of them. I think everyone here can come to an understanding and not have any violence be necessary.
Augustus, can you help balance inventory? Yes or no?
Who's saying this? The voice dramatically changed.
Coposaurus.
Osalis saying this?
Is it?
Sounds like a woman now.
Did the voice change? Really? My bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought the dude behind the counter was going
something.
freako mode.
My bad. Let me get his voice again.
Can you?
It's very difficult to hear the voices.
Can you balance the book or not?
Yes.
Then spare me the lecture. Lecture the prisoners. Yeah.
He tells you, he says then to spare him the lecture the prisoners. They're the ones that need saving.
Well, it seems that we come from two different perspectives. But I'm sure some of these prisoners do need some help.
Augustus, you want to come by me closer? And really smell the smell of the outside? I think you've earned it for today.
I rather you spare me these taunts and this mockery.
Augustus, this isn't a taunt. I'm not mocking you. I am here giving you a taste of the fresh air of the city. But if my gifts are not valued and appreciated, I will make sure that you never receive one again. If that's how you feel.
Oh. Seems to be a great idea to motivate your bookkeeper.
See, that's what I was thinking, Augustus. That's what I was thinking. That's what I thought.
Yes. Well, I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I'm not. You're the guy that knows how to do the math. I'm just here making sure that the prisoners stay in line.
Yes, you're here to deliver the beatings.
I'd rather call them encouragements.
Yes, because you're a sadist.
Did you really call him a sadist?
Yeah, I did. Fuck him.
Jeez. Augustus is surprisingly combative, and I like it.
He says, I guess this, I think you should, first off, I know that you're a little spun or maybe your brain's not working, but I think you should watch your wording and follow me for your first job.
Well, I am a righteous man, and as I said, praise the sun. You are playing with fire, with what you have done to me and spoken to me thus far. Serenray will not take kindly if you continue on this path. I hope for your sake you redeem yourself. And I would like to remind you, as a righteous man, what you took from me should be a grave indicator that I have great power, but I choose to be merciful. I choose to have faith in the system.
So you said, I want to repeat this. Please, okay. You said, I choose to what now? I choose to be merciful.
Yes. He's a righteous man.
And what did you say? I choose to be merciful, and I choose to be what?
Oh God, I don't even remember.
And I choose to be. I choose to be merciful, and I choose to be what? You said something else about the system?
I can't remember.
God, dude, you just said it.
You
Somebody
trust
repeat.
in the system or something.
I choose to be merciful, and I choose to trust in the system.
Have faith in the
There's
system.
Oh, I choose to have faith in the system. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I took a quick note of that. Corporal Solace continues, you come in here, and he tells you to, there's a guard in here. Kinda relaxing. Looks like he is on his break. And he tells you to clean, and he tells the guard to watch over as you clean, and he leaves. And that will be Augustus for right now. Anything? Let's go back to top. Bella, are you better to talk now? Not quite. Okay. Give me a time frame on that. We'll go back to Stabo. As the days goes on, Eric comes up to you. And he stands over this side of the here. And he says, Stabo, I gotta be honest here. I'm gonna do the best I can to get you what you need, and it's very improvised.
In the worst case scenario, bring me a couple of sharpened sticks, and as long as they can pierce a man's skin, I'll make good use of them.
He gives you, he's dwindled some, he's made spikes on one of the statues. So like the small birds where the wings are at, or spikes, I guess you can maybe hit somebody with it. Where the beak of the bird's at, it's a spike. And he gave you small round objects. He says maybe if you take them and do something else with them, give them to someone else, or code them. That's all I can do, man. That's all I have for you. And he gives you let me see how many I roll for the small improvised picks. So four improvised picks that will break upon failure or upon use. Okay, so it's 4.
Okay, are the picks and the shivs the same thing?
No, the picks are like small lot picks, and he just gave you one of the carvings. I mean, he just did this. That was the whole afternoon's events before dinner. So that whole event, he did that whole thing, and your role play takes place right before dinner, while Augustus still has an afternoon of doing his chores, as well as Bella and Phelan and Spruce. Does that make sense?
Okie doke. What is the carving being treated as a weapon? What stat should I use?
I guess instead of doing a 1d2, I'll give you a 1d4 since it's got spikes on it.
Alright, I have a 1d4 improvised weapon. Hell yeah.
Like put it in a
Alrighty.
sock or something.
Well, I will certainly hold on to that. And now that I have at least some of what I'm looking for, it's just a matter of waiting for a lull in how the guards want to handle things. They're a little too vigilant for my liking right now. But that's all for me.
Okay. Spruce, is there anything you'd like to do?
Eat lunch, glare, and conspire to escape and brutally cripple some guards.
Okay, brew throughout the whole afternoon. Okay. Um, let's see. We have Phelan. Phelan, what would you like to do? It is the evening now. I know you and Bella usually role play together. Um,
I can't think of anything except find out who more of these prisoners are.
okay.
So who is this?
Who?
Right here. So this is Fenrir, and this is his name started with G, and this is, but he's like before.
I think I said Ashara.
Okay,
but they're all Verticans.
Ashara and Grimgor.
Yeah.
Oh, Gringor, that's who this was.
I thought you can see the names of the on the tokens.
No.
Huh, I don't understand why I can't see the names of the named NPCs. We gotta figure that out. Ashara.
I saw some of the names before.
Okay, Phelan. Who would you actually like to talk to?
Who is this? Is this a new person or?
This is a new person.
So, how long have they been here?
They have been there a week. They were put in a week. They've been there for 5 days. You know that from your own memory. They were brought in the day after the riot.
Okay. So, I asked this guy what his name is and how his day is going.
He looks pretty panicked. You can tell. With even out a sense motive check, he hasn't said much. He's not eating much. Keeping to themselves for the most part. He kind of he looks like he'd be like a young kid, teenage years, honestly, like 16, 17ish, is your best is what you best guess. And he looks and he says, "I'm doing okay. I'm just not really understanding what's going on here, but I'm here."
Okay. I guess you just got here. I don't remember seeing you around for a very long time.
So that one last part I missed it.
I said I don't remember seeing you around for very long.
It says, yes, I just got here a couple days ago. And he's and I mean that's pretty much what he says. He just says he got here a couple days ago, and he is just trying to figure out, he's trying to figure out this place and how it works.
Okay, and what is his name?
He says that his name is let me go random name generator. Jethro.
Okay.
Will you name him Jethro for me, Bert? So I don't forget Jethro.
Yes. Uh,
Do you have any other questions for him?
I say, I guess it must be pretty scary having come in when you did. I hope that your experience here won't be as bad as the last while has been.
He says, I know, I came in here and we were randomly hit and we just were locked in our cells. I don't know what all that was about. I heard the guard said there was an uprising or some type of fight in here. I don't know why the ones who didn't have anything to do with it was punished, but I'm just gonna be quiet, eat my food, and hopefully I can get my issues sorted out soon.
Okay, I say good luck. I wish him good luck, and then that's all. I say, yeah, there was a fight. And I don't really know what else to do except it would be nice if the characters, if I could see their names, the NPCs.
I know, we gotta figure it out. I can see it on my end, me and Bert can, but that's it. He says, thank you. What is your name? I didn't even get your name.
I said my name's Phelan.
He says, well, thank you, Phelan. If I need your help or need someone to talk to, it was nice meeting you.
Okay, I say same here.
Okay, Bella, are you good?
Better, but I'm gonna be quiet. I do want to ask Torin one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have his name right, Torin?
Torin, yep.
I'll just quietly ask him, hey, could you do me a favor and next time you're in the bath, check the drain? It looks a little weird. I kind of interested in your opinion as a blacksmith.
He says,
It
well,
looks a little weak.
the next bath for men will be Wednesday, which is I don't know the days, but I have to get the actual days on the game. Let me see if I can find that.
It should be pretty soon if we had a week pass. I think we only went to like a Tuesday, and then a week passed.
Yeah, I believe it is. I know the dates, but I mean the days in this game. It doesn't matter, but for simplicity's sake, we'll say Wednesday. He says the men usually bathe on Wednesday, so that's 2 more days from now before I can go take a bath in there. But I guess I could walk in there right now and try to use the try to use the latrine part. Did you mean to go now?
Oh, you can take your time. I'm not going to force anyone to use the bathroom early. It just looked interesting to me.
And which part was this?
There is a old drainage. Looks like it might not have been made to jail spec.
He says, okay, he says, give me a moment, I'll go on there, as long as the coast is clear, I'll see if I can jiggle something around in the bathroom. As he gives you a wink and walks to the bathroom. And you definitely see the guard, in the bathroom kind of stand in the doorway. Okay. Augustus, I will roleplay with you hopefully quickly. Thank you everyone for your patience. This has been a different style of campaign than what I've used to run, but everyone has been doing wonderfully, and everyone's going to get a hero point for putting up with this at the end of the session. Augustus, the room seems more like a office, but it does seem quite cluttered. You can definitely tell that there's a lot of traffic that goes in this. But yeah, you see a guard there, he was resting his eyes, but you definitely see him now, kind of on alert. He was reading a book. Anything you like to do in particular?
Is this one of the newer guards?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. My name is Augustus Callahan. What's your name?
Okay. Am I here? Okay. Let me pick which guard this is. Okay. Magnus.
Do you have a last name, Magnus?
As you look at Magnus, he tells you, he says, man, this is edgy. Bloodfang.
All right. Can I have any sort of knowledge check to have any background about his family or maybe who
Sure.
this person is?
Yeah.
What would you like me to roll?
History.
Fuck, man.
No, you don't know much about Bloodfang. But that is a very good idea, and maybe someone else could help you. So yeah, Magnus Bloodfang.
Well, Magnus Bloodfang, you recently joined up. I hear. What possessed you to become enrolled as a jailer?
Well, I'm not a jailer yet, I'm still private, but I just heard that there was some scum that needed to be re-educated.
Well, I am a barrister. I live in the what is that place called? Divinity something. I gotta.
Divinity's Crossing.
Yeah. Yes, I am a resident of Divinity's Crossing. I am here unjustly. I am going to hopefully one day be able to plead my case and quickly be out of here. I have a friend I've made, the man who incarcerated me, Sir Dolan. He is working hard to get things sorted out, but
Dolan, never heard of him.
Well, he convinced the Hell Knight to back off, and I'm sure you know how dangerous and brutal Hell Knights are, and determined to get their way.
He fought a Hell Knight.
No, not fought. He made it back made them back down. He argued with the man who was determined to take us all in and most likely give swift justice to us all as Hell Knights normally do.
Yeah, he said,
Anyways,
fuck those Hell Knights. I hate those guys.
well, let me ask you something. If a Hell Knight came in here and had good reason to suspect that the guards here have
That's your
been...
first issue. A Hell Knight's not going to come in here.
Oh, I assure you, the Hell Knights will be coming in here very shortly. Here's the thing. There has been a conspiracy, and I don't know. I don't know if I recognize you. If you've been colluding with the others, going around beating the prisoners and doing what have you unlawfully.
Oh my
But,
god. Okay, continue.
yeah. Well, the Hell Knight has a bone to pick with Mr. Dolam and is sure to come and make sure he has done an exceptional job. The unfortunate circumstance is that someone in this prison, perhaps even the warden, has been hampering and disrupting his investigation. So when the Hell Knight comes, he is going to be very aware of what's been happening and what has been going on with the prisoners. And I assure you, be you new or old, hell is to pay.
Well, the Hell Knights are smart, and they know they can't mess with the gang here, so...
You are very foolish to think that you are above the Hell Knights. I witnessed a Hell Knight when I was going to get my identification, go against jurisdiction, and sever a man's hand right off his arm. He did not take any moment to hesitate, while the other guards within their jurisdiction threatened that man. The Hell Knights do as they please because they are the law. They are not above the law because they are the law.
I don't need the lectures about law. Corporal Silas said you had to come in here and grab books to help balance the inventory. Here are the books on the table. Grab the books you need, and please get the hell out of here.
I think you need to listen to me very carefully. The longer you're here, and the longer
He stands
you
up.
collude.
He stands up and he says, I don't have to listen to this.
Oh,
Corporal
Magnus,
Silas,
I will remember your name.
please do, but you need to remember these books here. Which books do you
Yes.
need?
Well, let me take a look here. While I think about Sir Magnus, who was promptly warned and continued to pursue his narrow path of destruction foolishly. I look at the books. Again, I am a respectable man. I am a barrister.
Okay, these are the books. You see, I would really take note of this. Okay, because I wrote these. You see a couple of books on this table. You see about 5, but you see paper scattered. Taxes. The Crown's Coin. Taxation, the Power, and the Kingdom of Cericia by Alistair Ironwood. You flip it. The book delves into the intricacy system of taxation in the Kingdom of Cericia. It explores the role of taxes and oh my god, I can't write. Explores the role of taxes and the crown's power, the impact of various social classes, the unique challenges faced by the kingdom's tax collectors, and a world of enchanted treasures and hidden fortresses. The next one is a tax collector's tome, Tales of Gold and Sorcery, by Eliza Ravenstone. She weaves together tales from different realms, each highlighting the role of taxes in shaping the destinies of heroes, villains, and the ordinary folk alike, and how the taxes can cause heroes to be made and villains to rise. It even has a excerpt which is satirical in nature about the fact on how they should start taxing dragons. The next one is unraveling the mysteries of taxation in the realm of Ciricia by Thaddeus Stormweaver. Thaddeus Stormweaver is a renowned scholar or renowned wizard of more magical economics and delves into the complexity of taxations into the magical realm of Ciricia. He uses scrolls and arcane texts as his book as he uncovers hidden secrets behind the Coin Mage's Code, which is an enigmatic set of tax laws that govern the realm. This book explores the magical aspects of taxation, the economical consequences of different tax policies, and the intricate web of power and wealth woven by the tax collectors and nobility. And of course, you see a clipboard there with inventory. I know that was a mouthful.
All right, so there's a dragon taxation book, a magical taxation book.
Mm-hmm.
The
The one about called the Crown's Coin.
Crown's Coin book, clipboard. Am I missing any, or is that all of them?
Yeah, there's papers scattered throughout inventory. There's weapons, shields. There's some payroll, a little bit of payroll there, and then there's the 3 books. So it depends on what you want to grab. Well, there's 5 books total. Hold up, let me pull everything up, and I'm gonna give it to you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Microsoft Word. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm almost there. Okay. I think this should be it. Okay. Almost there. Give me 1 moment. I'm trying to find these books. Okay, here we go. Here's these books. I'm just going to text them to you because I think that's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Here's these. Here we go. There's your books. He
All
told
right.
you to take one book. Or he said, the guy tells you take what you need, but you got to be careful with what you take.
Why do I need to be careful with what I take?
I'm
What
telling you,
capacity?
I'm telling you in the game. I'm telling you out of DM's voice.
Oh. Okay, so how is this working? I'm going back to my cell.
Yes, and you're going to work on this. They're going to work on balancing the inventory.
All right. So I'm only allowed one of these books.
I mean, and what you could take in your hand, they're thick books.
All right. I say to the guy, "Looks like you're going to help me bring these books to my cell."
I'm not helping you bring anything. I'm on break.
Oh, you're on break. Wow. You are aware that I am now the man responsible for making sure you get paid.
You don't make sure I get paid. I don't worry about it. I don't get paid about it. You just worry about what he told you to worry about.
Do you have any idea what I'm doing with these documents?
Yeah, you're doing something with the guard salary. That doesn't concern me.
He kind of does like a head shake and a blink. Literally, the guard's salary concerns you. You are a guard.
I'm not talking anymore. Get what
All
you
right.
need and leave.
I'll just complain when he comes back. I go grab the loose books. I grab the clipboard. Let's see.
Which book are you gonna grab? You can do one or two books. Please, you gotta be careful. Read descriptions of the books.
I want the one with the magical taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Arcane Inquirer?
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe. Chronicles of Taxation, prominent tax officer. Chronicles the rise and fall of tax systems. The influence of taxes and government. Probably that one. Scholar economics delves in the history and development, evolution of coinage, integrated design, magical properties, and the impact of technology on the circulation of money within the city. Coinage offers a fascinating inspiration. Oh god, only 2 books. There are spells, magical artifacts, and monetary. Oh my god. Sorceress and financial scholar delves in the relationship between magic and from. Oh, I would love to take more than 2, but I am gonna take the Arcane Inquirer and what was the other magical one? Ancient Tax. Or spells, magical and money. I guess the treasury of Carissia.
Okay, that's what you grab.
Rise and fall of tax system influenced by the governance of social structures. Yeah. So those 2 books, the loose papers and the clipboard.
Okay, so you grab it. He calls you for corporal. He just comes out of the room and says, "Corporal Silent." You see him leave the room. He does leave the room. He says, "Okay, I'll tell the corporal you're ready." You get one action as you hear those doors close and open.
Oh yeah. While he's in there too, I say that I'm going to need stationery. Are there pens or a quill and ink or?
Yeah, you can grab a quill and ink. Sure.
Is there not a stamp, but one of those things where you put wax on the thing and then you
Yeah.
put it down for the seal? All right, I grab all that stuff, all the necessary things.
Oh. Okay.
I
Yes.
see that you found the necessary books, Augustus.
Yes. Magnus refuses to aid me, so I won't be able to grab all the necessary books, but
I'm sure
this will have to
you'll
do.
find out. Let's go. Follow me.
All right, just your salaries on the line. No, I can't get through, but just assume that I go back to the cell.
Bring it through.
All right, I got through.
Okay. They tell you violence.
If they see us outside of prison, we're probably just
easier.
gonna get killed.
This
So
is like that Nicolas
please-
Cage movie, Face Off, except without the face swapping.
Well, the reason why we
It
do
was
the
like
quest
a-
is actually really
So
simple.
Augustus, so he tells you, make sure you get off that. I'll be back later. Once that quickly, you just need to complete it.
I have no idea what this guy just said.
He tells you to
Yeah.
balance it. He wants to see how quickly you can complete the task.
Yes. He just goes into the jail cell and makes a space for the documents, and he's going to go through things that seem to be necessary for the moment, them getting paid.
Okay, and you can PM me. You can DM me what you need to know. I DM'd you the balance sheet. If you can do it, good. Do the best you can. If not, you might have to ask other people for help. Anyways, that's Augustus. Okay.
So, are the rest of us all?
I'm
Is-
waiting for Bella. I'm waiting for Bella. Is she able to talk now?
Yes, I can talk.
Okay. So, what are you doing in there? As you hear a guard say to Torin, as Torin says, I'm sorry I slipped. We just took baths today. There's a little suds on the floor. Quit making noise and go.
Is that the bathroom?
Yeah, the showers and the bathroom are in the same building. The same
Well,
room.
no, I didn't know that that was the bathroom. I didn't know that that was it.
Augustus will quickly, as Silas is going to the gate, he goes, Silas, your attention. He takes one of the pieces of paper and writes a note that says, pretty much the inventory is off by 10.
You figured that out already?
Yes, it's literally the first thing that I see here. Again, simple arithmetic.
What is off by 10?
The total. It should be 300, not 290. That is assuming all these numbers are correct.
Okay. I will. In which area though?
Literally, you take all the numbers here.
I know, but which
And
is off? Just all the numbers. Which is off? Is there no particular one that's off?
I am lacking significant information. All I have here is the numbers of the quantity and the total inventory. And the total inventory is 10 less than it should be if you add up all.
Okay,
of
just give it. Okay. I got you. I'll take this and see to it. Thank you.
All right, he goes, starts reading more documents. All right, can everyone else continue?
Okay.
All right, so Torn Black Tusk has returned.
Yes. I see what you were talking about. Bella, if there's something that needs to be private, we can go down. Yes, I see what you were discussing. It does seem loose. I don't know much about ductwork, but I do know that the area where the stone tub is connected to pretty much a small hole in the ground.
It's a pretty big hole, isn't it?
It is. This is supposed to be a jail, but over the last couple of years it's been used as a prison. I don't think, and this is just me, I'm just a blacksmith. I don't think that this place was intended to be was intended to hold prisoners as long as we have been held here.
I thought the same thing. Do you think you're strong enough, or do you need a little more?
Well, I think I would need some help, but getting everyone in there and the noise, you heard the noise. You heard me make the noise and the guard was there. We now have 4 guards per shift, and Sergeant Moldrum has been in. I don't know when he sleeps, but him and Corporal Silas is usually on the same shift. I do know that. And Private Blackthorn is here as well. They're usually. I don't know if we could get in that area, if we could get that many people. And it's frowned upon for guys and girls, for men and women to be in the bathroom at the same time.
Yeah. And there's a locked door as well, isn't there?
Well, the doors stay pretty much unlocked all the time, but yes, there is a unlocked door that goes, so, but it doesn't really stay used, so they make us go through there's two doors. One stays locked while the other, you're right. As you see, there is a door there's two. I opened it for you. There are 2 doors to the bathroom. One through the gate, and then the bathroom door. And I will show your character here through it, so you can see. Which is how they normally put you in. There is this door here, too, but it usually stays locked. Do you see that, Bella?
Yeah. So there's a door through the gating, and then it's a set of 2 doors almost, and then there's actually a normal door that enters into it, but they keep that one locked.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think I know someone who can unlock it. But the guards are an issue. I'm gonna just ask around.
Okay.
I want to see what happens. Do it.
Okay.
All right. So there is something I do recall. I did witness someone unlocking a door earlier.
Okay. Are you speaking to Torrin still, or?
This is my thoughts.
Okay.
So, and I know who it was. So this is my opportunity to talk to Laphead.
Okay.
I will, kind of chuckle and, talk about something more innocent, and then I will try to break off and try to sit a little closer to, assumably either Eric or Laphead. I know they're connected.
Well, Eric is by this cell here, chilling. By his cell, just standing leaning on the wall, and Lamphead's in the middle of the hall. So you can move your character up and go talk to him, or just go sit down. I mean, what we mean. Stabo's there. You see where Stabo's at. You can move your character to talk to him.
I'll lean
Alright.
against this
Who
doorway.
looks more discreet? I'll go for a walk, and I will I will talk to Augustus, actually, first.
Okay, you see Augustus there. There with books. You see he's there reading books. You see that he has books.
Alright. Just, hey, Augustus. You're a learned man, are you not?
Yes, I am educated.
You know anything about the infrastructure of the city, the underground bit?
What do I need to roll for a knowledge check here?
Give me a second. And the
I am fishing for the knowledge history check you asked of me earlier.
if you were in what else? What? Give me a second. Would I'm doing a lot right now. Would you level 1? Okay, now let's start back over, gentlemen and gals, Bella. Okay, your question first, Bella. What was your question?
She's asking Augustus about the underwater infrastructure of the city, specifically, that in our area. And I would give some other clues. I am asking about that history check you asked of me earlier, which I wasn't able to make.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if Augustus has any history knowledge.
Fine. So you ask that to Augustus.
If you allow me to roll something, let me know what I can roll.
History. Augustus tells you that, and he can role play his own ways, and then he can make up shit, and then I will just do C6 mocking it. Augustus pretty much knows that from the history of Cericia, before the settlers came, when the Verticans were here, they found that there was a city or civilization here. They don't know how old it was, but it seemed that they had intact aqueducts, which is why they settled here.
I say all that.
So, if there was major drops in the sewage or whatnot, that would be because it's an aqueduct? Potentially?
I hand it over once again.
Nah, Brian. I mean, you just roleplay, bro. I mean, I gave you the knowledge.
Is the answer yes there?
But I mean, potentially.
Potentially.
I see. How deep a drop would this city line be?
With that, it could be hard to tell. It could be anywhere from 30 to 20 feet, 20 to 30 to even 40, depending on the incline and the slope. But if there's aqueducts or a sewer system underneath, hopefully there is water there to break the fall.
There did seem to be water. When you went into the bath, did you see it?
Did I see an aqueduct?
Did you see the drain?
I wasn't looking too carefully. I was looking for some drain pipes and such, but it was in passing as I was leaving.
Well, I happen to have the devil's eyes. I saw a 20-foot drop and then kind of maybe a chute. And it looks a pretty big area.
So,
And she'll maybe look at Eric a little bit. With a bit of help, Someone strong enough could open up the way.
And possibly it's just a bottomless pit of water that's slick with all the walls. So we all just tire ourselves out until we drown to death.
That is the worry. But you said an aqueduct. Any way
Yes.
to tell anything further?
I think about what an answer would be.
He says it could be a sewer that's connected to an aqueduct, or um, it's hard to tell without being in there.
Hmm.
Well, if anyone were to find their way into there, I would suggest having some sort of flotation device.
True. And it would be quite a plunge to take. I'll work my.
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you think any of these inmates are getting out anytime soon?
This is actually for Jim. Have we seen anyone get out during our
N-
time in here?
No, you have not.
I think anyone who's popular around here, that would be a good question to ask. Hey, perhaps in these documents I have, maybe I have such information.
I can ask Arya. She seems to have been here for years.
Wouldn't hurt to have someone be filled up with information on the inside and bring it out.
Um. Okay, I will. I will. I was gonna get Eric to pass on a message, but you're both just standing there. I should probably just speak to Lampy.
Where you want to speak to Stabo?
I'll settle over. I'm just thinking. Hello.
What do you want?
I saw you. You were good at picking doors like that a week ago. There's possibly a way out through the bathroom. Can you just make sure, check if you're able to unpick that at some point? I'm not
You want to
certain
break
how
into the bathroom?
great a path out is. It might be just a drowning hazard, but there might be a way to get a bunch of people out.
So you want to escape through the bathroom, and you want me to open up the door to the bathroom?
When it's time, you
What
can
is
take a
dark?
look yourself if you're allowed in there.
I'm not worried. What of the guards? How are you going to distract them?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Well, you're
But
welcome to come back and talk to me once you can figure that part out. Obviously,
yeah,
starting a riot isn't going to happen.
no, but this is a lot fewer doors to get through. Just one, and then we can hold the doors shut.
Um, isn't this room the bathroom?
Yes, but there's a second door.
So
There's a
okay.
door that's always locked, and then they let us through the double door system, but there's another door.
Hmm.
So there's a door on our side that we can get to, which I think is a lot easier.
Well, I could probably make something happen, but we'd need the guards to be distracted, and we'd have very little time to move inside. Once people are inside, I can ensure the door won't be opened again. But
Yeah,
I'll leave
I
figuring
think
out how to keep the guards away from us up to you.
we don't even need that big a distraction. They just need to be on the other side. But yes, this is just my beginning of ideas. You do need some strongmen. Your friend there and thorn there probably are enough. But I've got some ideas if that doesn't work. I think I can prepare some rope, but this isn't my expertise. I figure you have good knowledge on this stuff, so I thought to loop you in.
The doors on the bathroom, what are they made out of? Are they like heavy wooden doors, or are they like metal bar doors, or how are they?
So that one more time.
The doors to the bathroom over here.
Yeah, they're wooden.
Wooden, like heavy wood, like, or like just like kind of cheap wood that they put up to block the way.
Kind of blocked the way. So what it seems like. But you don't know when's the last time that door's been open either.
Okay. Well, I might have some ideas come night shift.
All right. And so I went to him. I would also go to Phelan because I have something to ask her as well.
Okay.
I'm just doing my rounds talking to everyone.
Perfect.
We all need to be on the same loop for once. Maybe someone should tell Spruce.
Spruce is doing pull-ups or push-ups wherever he happens to be.
I will talk to Phelan. This might be a little like I might wait for nightfall because it's the easiest time to talk to her, or I might do it now if we've got a good opportunity. Kind of want to get everyone on having a possible goal rather than us drifting, even if this isn't the best way to do it. All right, so I'm able to go over to Phelan.
Yes, you are.
Hey, Phelan. You've been talking to people.
Yeah.
Just hypothetically, if we were to get out, but we were still wanted by the law, think you could figure out what we'd do?
What was the last part of that?
Do you think you could figure out what one would do if they got out, but were still wanted?
I was talking to some people, and the best place to go might be the Coral Shore slums.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay. Belle would blanch at the thought because she does like being clean and she doesn't really care for slums. But okay, yeah, that works. Could you keep asking? And just one more thing. Do you think you could figure out if anyone here is a good swimmer?
I know I'm not, but
Because that might be really relevant really soon.
why? Or may I ask why?
All right. This will be very soon. About there may be a way out through the bathroom, but it could be a water route. I've been talking to some people. It looks like it could be done if we can distract guards.
Well, distracting the guards wouldn't be hard. I could keep them distracted by playing music, but I'd have to be able to summon an instrument without catching too much attention, maybe.
All right. Well, I'm going to let Felland in on the people to talk to about this that I've let know so far, which is Torin Blacktusk, who is the strong-looking orc fellow,
Okay.
Lamphead. I've talked a bit about it with Augustus, but Augustus probably doesn't realize I've talked to him about it.
Okay.
And Eric, I
So,
believe.
what all do we need to do? Because what all do we need to do? Because if we could get the guards all in one location, I could keep them distracted while everyone else goes out, but I can't swim very well.
Yeah, that's why we might need to find a good swimmer. But talk to them. Be covert about it. I think I can make some rope. I don't really want to, but I think I can.
Okay.
As she fingers through her very long hair.
With that, I think that is a fair place to talk about the night. What will the party? I guess that's a party. Everyone goes to their bunks. Unless there's anything anyone would like to do.
I mean, I think we've got like 60% of a plan.
Well, is there anything anyone would like to do before we reconvene and go the next day? If you want to say something to me, MDMs, you're more than welcome to. I've been DMing with Augustus right now, so as he plays Path of Exile.
I do want to ask our NPCs. Like, they've been discreet. I want to ask them their opinion on this area and Marshall?
Marisol, it's fine.
Marisol.
It's fine, Marisol, it's fine. Ask
So-
Arya about what?
This might be risking it, but I am gonna tell her about the bits of a plan I have. Because I have no idea what she's in for. Well, do I trust her? I first want to ask her if she's ever seen anyone get out. Or at least get out in like the last month or two.
Let me see if this voice changer works. If it don't, I'll go to normal. Let me know.
Before the five of you arrived, yes. Some people came and went and did their sentence ahead of the time. But it's only been 2 weeks. And from my understanding, no one has served their sentence yet.
How long is your sentence, if I can ask?
I know that I was blamed for something that is not my fault. But
Her eyes kind of meet your eyes as you in the jail cell as she tells you and says,
it feels like I'm serving more than just a sentence here. There are days when the weight of these iron bars feels almost unbearable. And doubt tries to creep into my heart, but I draw strength from the faces around me, from the stories of injustice and suffering that echo through these prison walls. I have made allies here, prisoners and guards, who have both been wronged, who share the same burning desire for justice. We support each other here, living strength and courage when it feels like darkness is closing in. But, like it seems yourself, I'm here falsely accused.
If you had a chance to escape, Would you take it?
I'm not sure. The other evening with your friends, I kind of set myself waiting to help out, but only if someone was injured. I do believe that my place is here, at least helping. The story is, like I said, I witnessed firsthand the injustice by the guards here and on the streets. I was a healer, and I tended to those false accused criminals and those who were mistreated and beaten within the city. And I witnessed firsthand. One evening, I came upon a group of innocent bystanders and beggars who were beaten by guards. I bent down and started taking care of them and healing them and helping them up. And doing that fatal encounter, I witnessed a group of corrupt guards being attempt to rob innocent citizens. Without hesitation, I stepped up to defend the defenseless and fighting the guards in a valiant effort to protect the innocent. Unbeknownst to me at the time, guess who one of the guards were?
You found out later?
Yes, but she asking you to guess who one of the guards were. The corrupt guards on the outside.
Silas?
Not Silas, but Thompson. I thought against Thompson. It was then, I want to say, maybe a sergeant. I don't know his rank. Who cares? But then he later rose to the rank of captain and then to the warden. As time went on, Thompson became consumed by his power and desire. They desire for power and control. And he knew that I posed a significant threat to his illicit operations of shaking down the common person and beggar and criminal. I've seen him, instead of returning things to the evidence locker, to the evidence room, and taking it and pocketing it. But he knows that I know. And I know that he manipulated the circumstances and associated me with criminals. Here. So I know that I can't help those on the outside, but I feel like my job now is to help those on the inside. And to protect those who cannot protect themselves.
You are a beautiful soul.
Thank you. I find solace in providing care and support for my fellow prisoners within these walls. I do my best to hide my powers, but then during breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I try to walk by and just gently lay my hand on their shoulder and do the best I can at hiding what little divine powers I have. But I've been doing my best at trying to remain unwavering.
All right. Well, I think my path differs from yours, but I appreciate your candor. I have a feeling that there's something going on, and I'm going to need to help with it, or something bad might occur. So I wish you luck in the coming days.
That was as your path. Whatever has brought us here has done that for a reason. I'm not sure. But I know that I'm a better person for having met you and Phelan.
All right. So I think I've got what I need from her, which is she probably won't come with us, but unless she really wants to. But she doesn't sound like she does.
Okay, so does anyone have anything they want to do with this evening?
I want to think if there's anything I have heard about a local aqueduct system or anything in this area.
Unfortunately, not with the 12 or with the 16 with the local. I will tell you that you do know that sometimes with local, the sewage here, it does get backed up.
Okay.
If it rains a lot, it can get backed up here. Not as bad as the Aquatide region, especially not as bad as low water. The Crossbridge district is kind of raised. Parts of it are. Um, the jail kind of goes more into the farming community from the districts and whatnot, but it does get kind of backed up.
So I go to Bella and say the sewage does. I've heard the sewage does get backed up in this region, so it would probably be a good idea to make sure we know where that goes. Somehow.
That's a good note.
And
See where the sewage goes. Okay, make note of that. Okay.
There is a thing I need to cover as well. Is my hair actually the length of my hair, or did they shave my head?
No, they didn't shave your hair.
Okay, I'm gonna start changing the braid out. I'm gonna start making the braids tighter, and basically I want to start using one of my craft skills to start making rope out of my hair, but still attached to my head. And
How long is your hair?
have you seen the full picture of my character?
Oh, I do see that. Okay.
It's actually long.
It's long.
It was an accidental detail, but I'm like,
No, use
okay,
it. Use it.
yeah,
Okay, do it. Okay. So,
let's
at
change my braids a little bit, and when the time comes, I'm gonna cut it off my head, and then make actual rope.
okay.
But for now, I'm just doing the prep work. Do you want any craft skill? I've got craft ship, craft clothing.
I think whichever one's the highest. I think a ship. I think somebody who makes a ship, I would assume can make a rope because I thought ships use rope or
All right.
clothing would be
Well,
the same.
oh, sorry. Before I do this, I do use. Wait, no. They gave us prison clothes. Yeah, so I'll just keep doing this for a little bit until I can get it right, but for now that looks like it's a 1. I should just keep
Unfortunately,
taking 10.
that is horrible. But you make a little bit.
Yeah. Alright, but yeah, that's what I'm basically going to be doing. This is going to be one craft attempt, so next craft attempt, I hope they do better.
Okay.
I also need to find signs of fine black threads.
Okay. So with the information that we have so far, craft check. So does anyone else need to do anything else before the night rolls over?
No, I'm good.
I'm good too.
Okay.
Well, I guess actually I should ask: are the guard postings the same at night?
No, the guards do change. Um, let me get my. You do notice that the guards change. Um, you see guards you've never seen before. Um, this is the first time you see a guard not have a spear. Um, okay, give me one moment. I can try to describe the guard to you. The figure before you, he's wearing the normal cross broken bridge guard. Most of the guards, besides the warden, has been very thin. I wouldn't say like skinny, but you could tell that they're an average citizen. This gentleman seems to have more of a physical, more like rough, trim demeanor, where General Blackthorn was very polished and crew-cut. This guy's hair is a bit of a mess. A little more untamed, more unkempt. He has a little bit more of a gentle, like, swagger, like unkept swagger to his step. Give me one moment. Okay. I'm getting more throughout this, so give me a second. Sorry, it's taking me a moment. Come on. Here we go. Okay. What do you want like to make a perception check or sense motive check to these? Okay.
There you go. Got the sense motive going.
So guard change does happen as you guys are in the general population and getting settled down. Perception wise, here we go, Bella.
Now, do all the old guards shuffle out and the new guys come in? Is it like a one at a time kind of thing? How do they do it?
The new guards come at the same time that the old guards come in. Excuse me, the old guards leave. The new guards come in as the old guards leave. It's like a, they some kind of they talk and chat briefly, but it kind of happens at the same time.
Okay.
And there's something
Yeah,
else
no,
I
that's
need to
nothing.
do. There's something else I need to do really quickly.
Are they going
Sorry.
through opposite doors, or are they going through the same doors?
So all these doors are locked, of course. They would follow this path, and that's how they would go in. You see them briefly speak. Sorry, I'm trying to look for something.
Do these dudes talk to Silius?
They talk to what?
Do they talk to Silius?
Oh, Silas. Yeah, Corporal Silas is there. He does speak to them, but then at that moment, you see the warden. And they mostly speak to the warden. The warden pops up, so I guess you can assume that the warden is awake now. Let me see, Silas. Okay. The warden comes in, speaks to them, then he leaves and locks all the doors behind him. Here we go. The perception check. Now we're on that. Okay. You see Bella. You see and I think for the checks, oh yeah, and Augustus, your check is, here's your check. There you go. I said what I said. Okay, so everyone can go to their cells or walk to their cells. They are, you know, going. They're there. Their guards have changed their stations. And you know, it is kind of lights that the warden goes, calls lights out, and says, start making your way in the next couple of minutes to your cells. The party can get a couple of things they want to do, or they want to speak to a couple of members. You can kind of converge, kind of that last when you're a kid, mom, I gotta pee, or a monster in the bed type of thing. The party wants to say anything to each other.
Let me read this quick.
Sure. I'll make use of the bathroom, and I'll take the chance to tell Turan a few names, so that he's got some idea of what's going on.
Say what to what now?
Just pass on to Turan some of the people I've talked to, so he knows who to talk to.
Okay. Please DM me that. Proper mentions me that stuff really quickly.
So is the warden and Silas still around?
The warden's here.
Alright. I speak out. Warden, these men don't seem like they belong. Something is amiss about them.
Are you walking to him, or are you just gonna stay in your cell?
I say it from my cell. I'm yelling over.
Okay, where's my warden voice at?
God.
Augustus, I hear the commotion you have caused. These fine citizens of Cross Bridge District have taken their time away from their families to help keep an eye on all of you. They are fine citizens, so you are right, they are not on my whole guards. They are citizens, just like you and I, for just like you here in the prisons.
You have untrained guards, mercenaries, working here?
Well, everyone starts as an untrained guard at first, but before we trained them.
Alright, so I guess my character will say, why do I have a suspicion that they have no intention of being a guard? That you've just paid them as mercenaries.
Well, after the little incident, or probably, Jailer Blackthorn was almost murdered. Some of our guards didn't think it was worth their lives.
It's become my duty to run the books. How do you expect me to explain funds going to mercenaries?
They're not mercenaries, they are now guardsmen of the jail and of the Crossbridge District. We just might have to cut some costs in other areas.
I want to make my way over to Augustus if I can. Like, say... Say, Augustus, can I speak to you for a minute?
I'm right here.
So I say quietly that Arya thinks that implied that this warden is corrupt and imprisoning people without cause, and it's probably reframing people, including her, so it's probably not. It's probably a bigger problem than. Or it's probably a problem with warden as well.
Oh, I am well aware, and I feel very assured that these men, during the night, will put a beating, if not kill, someone in the prison tonight.
Okay.
Okay, does anyone else want to do anything while everyone is shoveling off to their beds?
I'm carrying the message back to Bella that Augustus isn't sure that we'll all survive the night.
Now, good news is we're not likely to be a target for that.
So everyone goes to sleep or goes back to their beds. I want to, let me see. Here we go. As everyone goes to their rooms, Spruce included. Okay. You hear a door open. I'm not sure why it's not open. There we go. As Corporal Silas walks into the jail. He comes and knocks on your door as you hear a door on the
Cell.
like the cell there. You hear a light. Augustus, are you awake? Have you went to sleep yet?
I have not gone to sleep.
He says, about those things you balanced, do you have time to talk about them?
Oh, sure. Let me walk into the night all alone and be surrounded by those mercenary thugs who will beat me senseless. Yes, let us do that.
Well, we can talk here. I mean, if you don't feel
Oh,
comfortable, we
I
can talk
much
right here.
prefer that.
I could not grasp. I couldn't remember what you said. You said what I forgot. What was off on the books again?
The inventory does not add up. It is 10 short. There should be a total of 300. It
Okay,
is
okay.
290. That is a difference of 10.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure before I ran this by the warden. I'm staying over to make sure there was no issues. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that he gets it. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, you and the warden shall have pristine books, better than you have ever had before. I will make sure of that.
I surely hope so.
Yes, and if you want this to be thrown out to the wind, and who knows what you'll end up with, then I suppose you'll dispose of me. But as long as you have me, rest assured, you will have quality bookkeeping.
Good to hear. Everyone sleeps.
Fuck that. my dude's not sleeping.
Okay. The next day. The guards.
Actually, no, I sleep. I definitely will sleep. I figure it'd be pretty stupid to kill me.
The guards change. Okay, everyone out their cell. You know the routine for breakfast time.
I assume I don't see anything different or unusual.
Did you roll a new? No, not no. Just check. No, you don't see anything unusual. Okay, we'll start it. We will start with. Well, you know what? Since Bella's been doing a lot, Bella, what would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to ask Fallon for some help because Belle, there is a secret of Belle, and she can't lie. She's a terrible liar.
So you ask Phelan to come
Anyone
over?
who's a better liar than me is probably good to have, just in case. So what am I going to do? I need to speak to Lamphead again, I guess. Do some rounds.
So So you and Phelan are going to do rounds together?
Honestly, I was mostly just asking if we ever need to lie, can you help me out there? Because I'm terrible at lying.
Okay. What
So
are
we don't
you
need to be together. It's just like I can't lie. I
Okay.
will go to Lamphead and I guess catch him in on some stuff.
Okay, go talk to Lamphead.
Hello again.
What is it this time?
Well, for distractions, Phelan's a bard. She can apparently help with that. Still rougher than I'd like.
We need them distracted long enough for me to open the door. And, well, we need the door opened. What's going on over here?
What?
Why it's like you're like somebody was like pinging the map over and over. What's going on?
Not
I
sure.
was thinking of coming over to talk to someone. I was moving.
We need the guards distracted long enough for me to open the door to the bathroom.
How long do you
Whoever we're
think?
taking with us to get inside, and then we need to be able to hold the doors shut long enough for me to jam the locks again.
Well, if we get some strong guys with us, which we do, that part should be doable, at least.
Now, given given that the bard is the distraction, I imagine we're leaving her here then.
I have to ask her about that. I think she can be part of the distraction. If you didn't notice, her magic is still fully available. Which, is interesting. I can't say the same about mine.
Well, it's not particularly my problem if you want to bring her, if you want her to stay. As long as we can get into the bathroom. If there's a fight, I mean, I guess we can handle that as well. Spruce,
All right.
I'm certainly would be interested. I'm positive of that much, but at the very minimum, we need the guards not looking at me long enough for me to unlock the door and then lock it again afterwards.
Yes, that would be really useful. I wonder if anyone here can help with that. I'm gonna continue asking around. Speaking of which, I am gonna ask Augustus what his opinion on this is. Hey, Augustus.
Yes.
You're a smart man. What can keep guards distracted for like, I don't know, 20 seconds?
So, I want to come over and ask if it's okay if I join the conversation.
He throws his hands up. Sure. What is it you said? Something about
I'll
a
invite
distraction.
them to eat so we're not all suspiciously in the weird place. Come to a table
Maybe
with
I'd
us.
better.
Are the guards actually just rotating around?
They're just walking around.
Alright.
Okay, so I want to share that I can have two ways I could distract the guards. One is I could cast ghost sound and make a loud noise, and the other is I can distract them with my instrument playing, but that if anything happens like combat or anything, it interrupts that, and I don't think I could start it during combat. So I don't know. I was assuming. I guess that's all that I need to tell them.
Alright, well, let's put our brains into thinking of how to create a distraction and escape. There's gotta be a way. Think on that, would you, Augustus?
What is it you're asking?
And I walk away before it becomes too suspicious. How to... Did I really? I'll whisper to Fallon. Hey, could you tell him?
It's kind of out of character. It's difficult for me to hear. I hear someone breathing and stuff right now.
Oh, my bad.
But
Yeah, I will whisper to Fallon. Hey, can you fill him in?
Can you hear me now? You should not be able to hear it now.
Fill who in?
Augustus, as she walks away and sits at the table to actually eat her food properly.
Okay, so I explained to Augustus that we don't know where the sewer goes, but that it sometimes floods in this area. That I know I'm not a good swimmer, but what I was thinking with ghost sound is that I could make a loud scream come from the front gate, and then people could, if the guards went out there, then we could start doing stuff in here, and then when the guards came back, I might be able to fascinate them, but I'm not sure.
you want to go into the possible aqueduct?
I do not know. I think we need a way to find out what's down there and where it goes first, and I don't really want to be the one to find that out.
If someone is just looking to gather information, I don't think showing your hand with holding off ghost sound is wise. So
Yeah.
possibly you're going to expose yourself as performing magic, and then the consequences of that will be dire. And if they catch whoever is snooping around, it'll be the same as before. Also, being beaten mercilessly for a week or so. I don't think it would be very difficult to find people, including myself, to draw attention of the guards, while someone does go probe such a thing.
Okay, that would probably be better at first, at least. I was thinking more like if we want to get everyone out en masse.
I guess this looks around. Like, how many guards are? Well, how does someone get to the bathroom and stuff? Like, where is that? It's over
There's a
there.
door here. There's a locked door here, and then there's a double door system that we typically go through.
And have we all been using the restroom by going into that room this whole time?
Apparently. Well, I think we've got a chamber pot or something in our cells, but then there's this main one.
Jeremy, can you clarify?
There was a button in each cell.
So okay, so people don't have free access to the bathroom.
Apparently it's not that hard to get access to it because Torin went right in.
Oh.
Okay, can you
Like
hear me?
He
can you hear me
asked,
now?
and they let him know. Yeah, we hear you.
So you have a chamber pot, and that's what happens at nighttime. And then throughout the daytime, you just come in here and you, for instance, this is locked. Hold up, this is locked. And you come in here. You see? Yeah, you come in this way.
Sure.
And this door right here, it's kept locked as well. But when they do showers, they usually come and they search you before you get in there, and they search you before you get out.
All right. From what I recall, it seems that people can just use the bathroom unobserved. If someone did want to try to get more information, they would just enter the bathroom and.
But they have male guards, so when you go in there, they just stand in the doorway.
Sure, they don't go in the bathroom, right?
I'm gonna assume they don't. Okay.
No, say that one more time. I didn't hear. I didn't hear what you said. Say that one more time.
They don't enter the bathroom with you. They just check you when you go in and out, right?
Well, no, the guards, like last time, he stood in the doorway.
Oh, the door's just open.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are they looking in from the doorway?
I mean, yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they. Yeah, it depends.
Okay. Well, I suppose things need to be better organized for, definitely knowing what people plan to do or not to do. If people plan to make an escape, then I suppose going all out is the way to go.
So, Phelan, if you want to roleplay that out with Stabo right now, you can.
So I
Are
said,
you
I know.
are you guys at a table or no?
I don't have a reason to sit at a
Yeah.
table. I don't eat food.
Okay.
I'm just leaning against the back door, just chatting. Does Phelan say that to me?
Well, you go ahead and say what you're gonna say, Phelan. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I said, I know you don't trust me, but I think you and me are potentially the best guild for getting everyone else who will come out, at least in the setup phase. And Bella has the plans. Bruce can fight, but we might need to coordinate.
The way I see it, we're going to have pretty minimal chances of doing this more than once. Gathering information is important, but if we're going to leave through the bathroom the way that you've talked about through the aqueduct, I think it's going to be something that we're just going to have to kind of do because we don't have any way of seeing down there to see what's there. Either we sink or swim in this. As far as your distraction goes, I think it's a good idea. If you're going to ghost sound them, make it Hell Knights. Make it guards fighting Hell Knights. Make it guards screaming as they're killed by Hell Knights. Oh, I'm sure that would get them riled up very quickly.
Okay.
Once we have people in the bathroom, I can jam the doors, but we need a distraction we need a distraction that works long enough to get the guards away from the doorway and to get people inside the bathroom. Once everyone's in there, we'll have time. But it's getting to that stage that matters. And if it comes down to it, I'll jump first and make sure it's safe for everyone.
I was wondering if we could somehow find out where the latrine goes. I don't know how we do that, but if we could find that out, and then potentially some of us could escape through the front door and others could escape through the bathroom if possible. I don't know if that's reasonable.
Well, I don't imagine anybody would make it to the front door. The bathroom sounds like our best bet. It has to drain out somewhere. The question is how long can everyone hold their breath?
Yeah, I can't swim because I've got like a mangled leg, but I was thinking maybe if the guards were distracted in one place, then the front doors might be relatively open if maybe.
The issue with your idea is the fact that the front doors are not just the front doors. There's 3 gates leading to the front doors, each of which is locked, while to the bathroom there is only one. I could get them open, but nothing stops the guards from locking them again. And each lock takes time, and it assumes that I'm successful each time.
Yeah.
Your issues with swimming, those we can mitigate those issues. You don't necessarily need to swim, you just need to know how to float. And if someone else can simply drag you along. For now, as I said, I think the bathroom is our best bet. Whenever you're ready to distract the guards or however you want to handle it, you just let me know and I'll take care of my end. Until then, we probably shouldn't discuss it much further.
Yeah.
It'll draw unwarranted attention. When you're ready, you just you give me whatever signal you think fits best.
Okay. I also Augustus, one of us has a scroll, and one of us has the scroll of sending, and we're gonna have to find a way to keep that from getting waterlogged or destroyed in the water, potentially.
The scroll of what now?
There's a scroll of sending.
Yes, scrolls are not put on normal paper. They should be very durable. Water should not be a concern.
Okay.
I'll stay right here for just a moment. Come, Phelan, come with me for just a moment. Eric, have you met Phelan?
I have not met Phelan.
Oh, she's a wonderful bard. And she told me that she apparently has access to something that we've been looking for. A way to contact the outside.
How will she contact the outside?
A scroll of sending, she says.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly who has it, whether it's Bellamy or Augustus, but one of us has it.
So, at a character, I think I'm the only one that can actually use the scroll. Unless someone has used a magic device.
I do, but I figured it would probably make most sense for it to go to you, since you're probably the one who could use it easiest.
In any case, Eric, they have what we needed for your idea.
But I believe we're supposed to use it to contact Sergeant Dolan.
Well, I'm sure the sergeant will understand. Eric, why don't you tell them about your idea? Maybe it'll be a little more, little easier to pull off than the bathroom plan. We'll keep that as a backup, worst case scenario.
Well, he says that I have contacts. I would, it's hard because I would contact someone I'm familiar with. I could send them a short message about maybe helping create a distraction or a diversion while we possibly broke out of jail. But I'm not sure what you would send your Sergeant Dolan either.
Sergeant Dolan is aware that he's part of a conspiracy. I feel more comfortable contacting him. In fact, I think it's something we should probably think about doing very soon.
The question is what does Sergeant Dolan offer our escape? If he's ready to be our distraction, then yes, we should contact him, but otherwise I think the resource is better spent on those who might call the guards to their attention.
Are we even able to redirect it?
Redirect what?
We were told the sending spell was preset, which is unusual. It's
No. I misspoke then that was the case. I misspoke if I said that. I thought it was the scroll of sending.
Okay. Because at the time it was like it's preset to go to specifically him. But if we can freely use it, that does open things up. All right, continue.
Another possibility would be message if I can get some copper wire, but that might not make it out of the prison.
So pause real quick. Message is pretty much like someone you can see very close to you.
No, sending.
No, yeah, she said message.
Oh, my
she's talking
apologies.
about message cantrip.
Yeah, so in any case, if Sergeant Dolan can help us with a distraction or something to take the guards' attention away from us, it serves the same purpose. But if he can't provide that to us, then the scroll is put to better use towards someone who can and allow us the chance to escape. We can always contact the sergeant later.
How are you contacting the sergeant later?
Well, we could always get another scroll of sending.
No, I don't think you understand how expensive such a thing is.
Well, if the scroll gets us out of prison, we'll have time to consider such options. But if we don't get out of prison without using the scroll, well, I guess we're just going to be stuck where we are, and we're out of options anyway.
I am not suggesting not to use the scroll. I am commenting on what you said of just getting another scroll of sending.
Well, it's almost like we'll have our whole lives to do it. But I have no ability to use it. So whether or not you wish to allow Eric to do so is up to you. I simply think it would work to our advantage.
Does Eric have the ability to use it?
Eric tells you I do.
He does.
Yep. Eric tells you that I do. I have the ability to use that scroll. My name is Eric the Wise, after all.
I guess I gotta roll a sense motive to see if this guy's full of shit.
You believe him?
Alright.
Right.
Now, admittedly, if Eric does make the distraction, going out through the bathroom still might be our best chance. But between all the fit gentlemen here, finding some who can swim shouldn't be too difficult.
Oh. Just a second. In my sleep last night, Sergeant Dolan contacted me and is trying to find a way to get us out, and gave the scroll to let him know.
What? He came to you in a dream?
He used his own sending spell.
Last night.
Yeah.
What did he say?
That he was trying to find a way to get us out, but he needed more time.
Then what did you say back to him?
I didn't really say anything.
Let me see how this works. And can answer in a manner immediately. I guess you missed your opportunity. Okay.
So it seems like to me the party has three options. I love the role play. I love you guys doing it back and forth. But it seems like we have three options, or a combination. It seems like Sergeant Dolan has. I know it's hard to follow. There's a lot of stuff going on through messages and DMs, and people get excited. We forget, whatever. Everyone has been given information that only they have. They have brought it together to the group of five and others for an escape plan, is what it seems. There is Eric said at the beginning of the session that he had contacts on the outside that might can aid in escape. You just now learned that Eric can actually use the spell, which we did not know that before. Second, Phelan has revealed to you guys, to Stabbo, that she actually has a scroll of sending that Sergeant Dolan snuck to her to talk to him. And she has just revealed that Sergeant Dolan is working on getting them out as well. And Bella has discovered that there is possibly a way out in the latrines. So the party now has 3 options at which they can go, or maybe a combination of 2, to escaping this jail. And on that note, that's where we're in tonight's session. Thank you for everyone who has watched. I know it has been a slow pace, but on the beginning of our next session, whenever we play, the campaign's about to be on a roll. So thank you to all my players. Thank you to all my viewers. Everyone have a good night.